Good morning, if you're already here. Just got a couple more minutes, so don't rush. We'll actually have quiet today because my husband is not here. So no plumbing noise. Hey. And I've just given up on trying to clean the floor because it's just a never-ending battle. The house is like distraught, just stuff everywhere from this project. So I'm very grateful that I've been waiting for 5 years. A new bathroom. So it'll all be worth it. And it kind of goes along with the flow of this, just kind of letting things go and not having to worry about, just surrendering, not just to the disarray in the house, but just to everything going on. So it kind of fits the time, serendipitous. All right, just a couple more minutes. This is the therapeutic yoga class. Not that they're not all therapeutic, but just if you have a couple blocks, great. If not, don't stress about it. If you've got a strap, great. If you don't stress about it. Ties, leashes, belts work really well if you don't have the fancy canvas yoga strap. If you're ever looking for supplies and you don't have them, yogaccessories.com is a great place to go. They often have sales and BOGO offers, so buy one, get one. So check that out if you're in the market for some yoga props. Just a couple more minutes. For a minute there, I looked at the screen and I'm like, who is that sitting over there? I thought I was doing something different with my body and I looked over and it didn't match. Oh boy. Might be one of those mornings. So getting settled into your space wherever that might be. We'll start here momentarily. Starting to center your own self from wherever activities whatever you might have just been doing, so that you can be present here and now. And with that, we will begin. You just sigh if you need it, and we'll start with that mindful movement to drift the shoulders up, lift and squeeze to whatever feels good for you today, and then let them go. Exhale back and down. If you need a few more, please continue. If you're ready to settle in, just letting those shoulders drop away, ears rising. Eyes can be closed or open in a steady gaze, whatever helps you to tune in and tune out to the distractions. So you settle in that embodiment practice, noticing the ground supporting you. What is connecting to the floor right now? Feet, legs, sit bones. Equal weight through the sit bones. If you feel that, can you feel that centeredness, that groundedness versus listing off to one side? And it might just be so subtle right at the base of your spine, which is your pelvis. All right, from there, rising up, lengthening, top or crown of the head rising, and then the chin just resting in ever so gently. You don't get taller when you lift your chin. You get taller when you lengthen the back of the neck. tuning into the sounds of the room, maybe the absence of sound. Sensation of the air flowing in and out the tips of the nostrils. You may notice on the way in, it's a bit cooler to the back of the throat versus the air that's passing out to that space right as your nostrils hit your upper lip. Start to find a breath rhythm here. What are we going to do today? Let's do our counting rhythm. So on your next breath in, you'll count silently or out loud if you want to 1. Next breath out, 1. Next breath in, 2. Next breath out, 2. Continuing your count up towards 10. When you find your mind has wandered, and just be honest with yourself, start over again at 1. It's just a practice of knowing how rapidly your mind drifts. Exhale, just letting go of the count and coming back to just a normal breath in and out. No matter how far along you got, it doesn't really matter. Alright, from here we'll set our intention. You can keep your hands right where they are. You can bring them to palms to center or one hand over your heart. And how are you going to show up today? Towards yourself, towards each other, towards the planet, or something that includes all three, like abundance or gratitude or contentment. Don't let my words fill your space, though. Alright, if the palms are not already together, let's meet them there in the middle. Spread those fingers as wide as they can so we get a little stretch of the palms. Kind of like we do with our feet when we're in standing. Elbows out, chest rising ever so slightly. Press those palms together. This intentional pressure, just enough. Here we're gonna actually do a little something different. Just came to me. I feel like I did this on Friday, but our fingertips reaching forward, and then you're gonna turn the palms out and push the air slowly outward. Flip the palms up and reach up to the sky. Maybe the palms come together, and then we're gonna settle back in the center. Okay. I'm gonna do that 2 more times. So fingers reaching out, turn the palms out, push the air as though it's like, I don't know, Jello, and then reach it up to the sky. Inhale. Last one. We'll be back in the center and we're going to reverse that motion. So now we're going to rise up. Did we rise up? Yes. Rise up. I forgot what the opposite was. And then we're going to push it down. Sweep it forward, palms meet in the center. Pull it back in. 2 more. Slow through the Jello. I don't even like Jello. Ugh. Even a better reason to push it away, right? Okay, come back in last round. Pull it back in. Hearts meet. Hands meet in the center. Clasp those hands. Stand down. Relax. Shift it around. Figure 8. Or infinity sign if you relate to that. As soon as you meet the center of your figure 8 the next time, we'll pause and head the other direction. Just flip the palms outward, reaching out, rise up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, flip the hands again, round the shoulders, drop the head. Next inhale, draw the hands to the belly, lift the chest, maybe the chin. Good. 2 more of those. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, round it. Hands to belly, inhale. Last one. Okay, we gotta breathe out before we breathe in. Hands to belly. All right, back to center. We'll take the neck for a little range. I've kind of lost this one for a bit, but let's regain it again. We'll drop the chin to the chest and then start to, like you're painting, I always use the analogy of painting your collarbone chin along your collarbone to one shoulder, up across the sky so you're gazing at the stars, to the opposite shoulder, and back to the collarbone, to the chest. One more time. These are just rough landmarks. You do not have to hit them, please. Next time we come back to the chest, pause, and then we're heading the other direction, 2 times around. Okay, we'll be back in the center. All right, last one, a little warm up here in our seat. You're gonna reach, left hand's on your thigh, right hand is reaching across, and we're gonna push that jello away again. I don't know why, but we are. Jello today, and then you're gonna plant that right hand down to the side and reach your left arm up. Keep your gaze down to the right. Your right hand's gonna give you a little push away towards your left sit bone. One more breath, reach in opposite directions, left sit bone, left hand. And then you're gonna push the floor away from you. Take your left hand down to the outside of your left hip and sweep that arm around again to your left thigh. So now you're turning to the left, gazing to the left. Relax the shoulders or whatever else you need to let go of here. One more breath. And then we'll be back in the center. Make any little adjustments. And then we'll repeat. Right hand to the right thigh. Reach your left hand over and around like you're sweeping away the jello. Plant the left hand down. Sweep the right arm up and over. Good. And you're going to keep your gaze down to the left again this time. You're pressing the floor away with your left hand to set your right sit bone down. Always have that right hand on your hip if that feels better. One more breath. On your exhale, you're going to push the floor away from you to get you back up. Take your right hand to the outside of your right hip and take your left hand to the outside of your left thigh, or right thigh, sorry. So you're turning to the right. One more breath, spaciousness. Be back in the center. All right, let's move to our next roost, tabletop. You can always go on fists if your wrists are uncomfortable, or you can roll the end of the mat up or a blanket under your hands. That feels better. All right, let's send the knees out a little bit wide, and we're gonna barrel roll it this morning if that feels okay. You always have the choice to simply cat and cow. You're gonna head over to the side of the barrel, lift to the top of the barrel, scratch your back to the side of the barrel, and then to the bottom of the barrel. Your breath is moving you. Create movement that feels nourishing and not forcing yourself to go to the boundaries that don't feel great. Next time we reach the top of the barrel, let's pause there and head the opposite direction. Turn off the feet good here at the top of the barrel instead of the bottom of the barrel. All right, next time we reach that top of the barrel, you're gonna pause there and come back to center. Let's bring the knees a little bit closer in. Let's take left foot back. Yeah, it doesn't in a while, kind of let them go. Let's do them this morning though. So we're gonna exhale, shift towards your hands, and inhale, head back towards your heel. So half plank warm up. Great, next time we head back to the heel, let's pause there, press the floor away from you. Back, actually, if you want the back of the neck long, you can, if that's the kind of energy you want this morning. If you just want to let your head hang loose a little bit, you can let that happen too. When you're ready, we'll come back through center. If those wrists need a little shake out or just a reverse stretch, give that a go before we head to the other side. So plant those hands down, spread those fingers wide, take the right foot back this time, and same thing. Exhale as we head forward. Inhale as we head back. Great, next time head back to your heel, let's pause there. Send the heel away, press the floor away from you, and then I'll give you the option. Lengthen the back of the neck or let it hang loose. Great, let's bring it back through center. And open up the knees a little bit wide. Yeah, you can shake the wrist off if you need to. I'm gonna, not the knee, don't bring the knees wide. Let me come this way, so you can see this. So I'm gonna swing the feet over to the right. My hands are gonna walk over to the right. And then I'm gonna sit my hips back. This will become a stretch, at least if you're like me, that's maybe more through the armpit and that left side body. Relax your head. You can rest on your arms. Great. One more breath here. Great. We're going to walk through center. Take the feet, swing them over to the left. Bring the hands over to the left and then sit the hips back. And relax your head on your arm if it's available. Great, one more breath. Come back up through center. All right. Whew. We're going to flow through a few poses here. So flip that. Come up onto your knees into tall kneeling. All right, palms are facing forward. We're going to sweep the palms outward and upward, reach to the sky. Inhale, maybe gazing upward. Exhale, palms are going to come back down again. Sending them right under your shoulders. Inhale into cow pose. So untuck the tailbone. We're going to tuck the toes and head into downward dog. If putting weight on your hands does not feel great today, so you might be in down dog, stay there. If putting weight into your hands and wrists doesn't feel great today, go to dolphin. If that doesn't feel good, maybe stay in tabletop or onto your back and reach your legs to the sky. Or just don't stay there too long. You stay a couple breaths and then you come down. One more breath here if you're still with me. You're gonna bring the knees back to the ground. Start to walk yourself back up into tall kneeling. You keep those toes tucked. Reach your right arm up and take your left hand down your back thigh, or maybe you can reach your heel. So inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna come back to center. Take your right hand down, reach your left arm up. Now if back bends don't feel great, just stay in more neutral. Good, exhale, we'll come back to center. All right, so that's gonna be our flow. 2 more times. Outward, rising up, in breath. Out breath, push the air down, or the tailbone. Hands come to under shoulders, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, find your way, downward facing dog. You can rock your hips a bit side to side or pedal your feet. Hands in line with your upper arms. One more breath if you're still with me. And then we're going to exhale, find your way back to tall kneeling. Next inhale, take your left hand back down and thigh or your heel. Reach the right arm. Exhale back to center. Reach right arm down, left arm up. A half camel, exhale back to center. Start again, rising up, in breath. Out breath. Find the ground, inhale to cow. Exhale, find your downward dog. And you can play with opposites here, maybe pressing through the right hand, left foot. Right foot, left hand. See, my back isn't moving a tremendous amount. It's very subtle. Just like some of those very tiny spinal muscles, they work very subtly to line your spine up. And one more breath if you're still with me. Back to ground. Exhale to lift, kneeling mountain. We're going to go through that half camel one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. All right, and then I'll invite you to come into just your favorite child's pose or puppy dog. So knees open wide, perhaps toes coming together and sitting back. You can have arms extended or they can be resting on your forehead. One more breath, belly expands, exhale, mouth open, literally a ha sound. All right, and slowly rise up. Let's come into standing. Let's grab your strap or belt or whatever tool you're using today. So, feet a little bit wide so that your knees stay soft. If your knees are locked out, you end up moving from your spine rather than shoulders. So, let's go through. If it feels okay to come all the way back behind you. I don't know if I'm there this morning. You may. You don't have to. Please be kind to your body. Not forcing. If you have to do some contortion movement to get back there, just don't go, okay? One more if you'd like. If you want a few more, you always have the choice. We'll come back, hold that strap out long like you got a stick. Exhale, gaze down towards the left. Inhale back up. Exhale right. One more to each. Meet back at the top. Release. Hands come back behind you. Feet are open wide. Pull on that strap. Open up the shoulders. Keep that position as you hinge at the hips and knees and take your body forward. Arms could be resting on your backside, with your shoulders drawn together, or you could lift the hands towards your head. Relax the back of the neck. One more breath. Bring the hands closer to your backside, pull on that strap, and then exhale, rise up slowly. All right, let's let the strap off to the side for the moment. And let's run through a bit of flow here. Like Mondays always seem to be more flowy for me. Maybe it's because I don't know, just haven't been doing much with the weekend. So if you got your blocks, place them in front of you. If not, don't stress about it. You can go without. All right, feet about hip width apart. Send your toes up, flare them. And then send the pinky down and then drag the other toes to the center. Just notice for a moment, are you equally weighted left and right, front and back? And there are palms reaching forward. We're going to rise up towards the sky. Inhale, maybe you lift your toes, maybe you don't. Try to do it with my eyes closed. All right, heels back to the ground, push the air down. We're gonna bend the knees, hinge at the hips, take your body forward, maybe to your thighs, or the blocks, or the floor. We're gonna flow halfway up, so either coming to chippies on the blocks, or come to your thighs, flat back. Exhale, find your way down. Let your head hang loose a little bit. Maybe rock it side to side, rock your hips side to side. A flatter back for those with osteoporosis or osteopenia. One more breath. Bend those knees. We're going to reach the arms back like airplane arms. Exhale, rise up slowly. Keep reaching to the sky, maybe onto the toes, maybe not. And synchronize your heels coming down at the same time your arms float down. Make any adjustments, find mountain pose, one breath before we start again. All right, rising up, push the air up, maybe onto the toes. Heels come back down, float the arms down, send the heels back down to the ground, taking the arms forward, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find your way down. Any last adjustments, head, hips. One more breath. Good, we're gonna straight or bend the knees. Take the hands back, palms are down, so you've got airplane arms, shoulder blades coming together. Exhale, rise up slowly. Reach to the sky, keep reaching, maybe onto the heels, onto the toes. And then float everything back down, find mountain pose. We're gonna step on, you can keep your blocks there, I think, not really sure yet. Let's take your weight onto your left foot. And if you need to spread out those toes again, do so. And we're gonna either toe plant or lift the right leg. Okay. So if I was just kind of not zipping up my tight pair of pants, I might look like that. Not very attractive. So we're gonna zip, zip, zip up to get your shoulders lined over your hips. I know we've been there a while. Stop talking. Take your right foot back. Left foot forward. Right, let's end it in a front knee. Push the air up slowly so palms are lifting. Slow, slow, slow. Again, have that jello mentality or whatever. Something else in your mind that's viscous. Good. Reaching, palms reaching, fingers reaching, spread wide. Good. Inhale, reach the sky. We're going to straighten the front leg, but keep reaching through the arms. You're going to take the arms forward, bend into the front knee, and then sweep the hands outward, pushing them away from you, back behind, or to your sides. Flip the palms so they're down, so we're now into airplane arms. Like you've got a ruler from that back heel all the way to the top of the head. One more breath. And we're going to sweep the arms back around. I know that front leg is calling to you. We're going to get a break here. Keep reaching, reach, reach, reach forward until you can come to either your blocks or your thigh. And then we'll start to straighten that front leg a little bit. Inhale, exhale, let it bend. Inhale. So if you feel the blocks are too low, you can always come up onto your thigh. Or maybe you're at the floor. One more breath. We're going to lengthen that leg. Back hip hugs forward, front hip hugs back. One more breath. Bend that front knee, Swing the hands back, palms facing down, airplane arms. Rise back up. Inhale at the top. Then arms sweep down by the side, step forward into mountain pose. Make any adjustments. One breath of stillness here. All right. Lever over onto the right foot. So we're gonna spread out the right toes if they need it, and either toe plant or lift the left. Again, zipping up your tight pair of pants, but that doesn't mean that you stop the breath. It's just a stabilizer. One more breath. We're going to send that left foot back. Take the right foot forward to the whatever distance feels great for you this morning. Bend in. We're going to rise up. Reach through those fingers. Fingers spread wide this morning. One more breath. We're going to straighten the front leg. Reach the arms to the sky. Good inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. We're going to reach forward, hinging. One more breath, then turn the palms outward. Push away that viscous air. So your arms are flying back behind you. Turn the palms down, reaching airplane arms. Shoulder blades gently drawn together. I know most of the weight's in that front leg, but see if you can redistribute some to the back heel. One more breath. Good. Swim the arms forward. Reaching, hinge, hinge, hinge until you can come down to either your thigh, the blocks, or the floor. We're going to do that glide, 3 glides. Inhale, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, let it bend. The front leg straightens, we're going to pause there, and I mean, it does not have to be completely straight. You're going to swing your back hip forward slightly, your front hip back. Nice and ease here, one more breath. Bend that front knee. Swing the hands back into downhill skiing or airplane arms. Palms down, fingers spread. Exhale, swing the arms forward. Rise up, inhale. Warrior one. Exhale, straighten the front leg. And swing the arms back down. Good. Step back to center. Make any adjustments. Woo, I made it. And I remembered everything. Find your mountain pose. One breath, resettle. Feels good when you accomplish something and then you come back and you can rest in it. All right, I'm going to take those blocks forward a bit. You might have guessed it. We're going into a little balance here. So I've got the blocks there. You can certainly use furniture that's a little bit higher. So we're going to go into our warrior 3. So don't feel like you have to be at the floor or the blocks. Okay, let's start where we start. Left foot, balanced. Toe plant or lift the right. Palms facing forward. Zip up your palms and breathe. Okay, we're going to send that right foot back. Left foot forward. Heading in through warrior one. Bend into the front knee. Reach those fingers. Fingers spread wide. Energy of upward rising. In breath. Out breath. Offer forward. Hinge at those hips. Find your furniture, your blocks, the floor. The blocks are coming out about a foot forward so that they're right under your shoulders, or that furniture is right under your shoulders. Back hip lifting. Find some ease in the effort. So my body's parallel to the floor, I think it is. And I'm going to attempt to bring those arms arms back into those airplane arms. If you want, you can try it, or maybe just try one arm at a time. Reaching through heel, through head. Steady breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put those arms back down. Bring the right foot back to the ground. Exhale, fold forward. Bend those knees. Little crouch position. We're rising up. Exhale. Maybe lift to the toes. Maybe don't. Back to ground. Mountain pose. Make any adjustments. And then breathe for one settled breath. We were on our left leg, so let's take the right foot, balance it out, spread those toes, take weight onto that leg, either toe plant or lift the left. Next breath, take that left foot back, adjust the right foot to where you'd like it, into your lunge. We're bending in to rise to warrior one. Fingers spread, reaching upward energy. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge forward. Lengthen, 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 lengthen until you can come to your furniture or the blocks. Okay, we're going to take the blocks again, a foot forward or so, or make sure that your furniture is right under your shoulders when you take that back leg off. Hips are square to the floor, so that lift hip is not rising. And if you'd like to send one arm back, maybe two arms back, open up the shoulders, airplane arms. Right there. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back down. Bring the standing or the left leg down to the ground. Exhale, fold forward using your blocks and the furniture. Little crouch position, bend those knees. Exhale, rise up slowly. Inhale, maybe up to the toes. Exhale, heels to ground. Little adjustments, find mountain pose. We made it. I hope we did. You know, whatever you did, it's better than not doing anything. All right. I don't know what time it is. All right, let's come back. We're gonna do a little flow of poses to come to sit on the floor. So I'm actually gonna bring the blocks in just in case you'd like them. All right. Facing the front of your mat, spread those toes open wide again. Plant them down. We're rising to the sky. Inhale, slowly reach the arms up. There for 3, 2, 1. Synchronize arms floating down as the heels float down. Bend the knees, exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, find your way down. One breath here. Take the blocks out of the way. You're going to plant the hands and either step back into plank or take a child or take a down dog. Like a plank in here. Spread those fingers, push the floor away from you. You can always drop the knees into tabletop and do the same. One more breath if you're still with me. We're gonna lift up onto the toes, send the hips up high, find downward dog. Maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. You can always come down to rested child, puppy dog, whenever you want. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. If you're not already there, find your child's puppy dog or kneeling. Arms can be along your sides if you just want to let everything go. Full breath in, let your belly expand. Exhale, mouth open. The hands to the sides. Exhale, start to rise up slowly. Woo. right, let's meet in sitting with your legs out in front of you. Blankets can help to get your sit bones a little bit higher, your hips a little bit higher. Okay. Checking your feet. Anyway, stick those feet out, be proud. Spread those toes. So you're flaring your toes a little bit. You're going to take your hands down by your sides and press down to the floor. If it feels okay, you can take your fingers forward and your wrists back. If that does not feel great, turn your hands or your fingers outward. Okay, so Dandasana, staff pose. Pressing the floor away from you to lift the chest a bit. Flare those toes as best of their ability. One more breath here. Keep that lift, but we're going to let go of the hands to see if you can keep that lift. You're going to bring your left hand down to the floor. You're going to reach your right arm up. Good. Spread those fingers. We've got a lot of upward energy flying here. We'll bring it down in a moment. Send that right arm to the outside of your left thigh or calf or knee, wherever it hits. Palms still facing left. Start to walk your left hand a little bit, maybe back behind you to your side hip, and now you're turning to the left. Okay, still flare those toes if they've got it in them. Just enough effort here. Find less if you need it. Or more. One more breath. We're going to keep that lift, let go of your left hand, and now reach it up and over. So I'm using that left hand against the left thigh to give me some counter action. Call that karma. One more breath. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Reach the right arm up, inhale. Sweep it around and bring it out to the right. Let's let go of the spine a little bit here, because I don't know about you, but I feel like I need a little bit of rounding. Feels okay, round the upper back, just making any little adjustments before we head to the other side. All right, here we go. Right hand comes down, give the floor a little push away, reach the left arm up. One more breath, there's some core work going on here. Take that hand and now sweep it to the outside of your right thigh. Palm is still facing to the right. And then you can start to walk that right hand either back to the back of that hip a little bit. Good. So again, there's pressure to that outside of the right thigh or shin. Back hand is pushing the floor away. Find some ease here. One more breath. Keep slaying those toes. I relaxed them somewhere along the way, by the way. Good. Keep pressing the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. We're going to release the right hand now and reach up and over. So now your gaze is going to come forward towards your screen and maybe down to the left a little. Keep lifting, splaying those toes. That'll give you some energy through those legs. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Reach it up. Take that right hand back to the ground. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, maybe back in the center. All right, let's bend those knees. Hug in, just wrap around. Maybe take a full breath or two in and out. Do you want a strap or no? I don't know. Maybe just have your strap within reach. I'm not really sure where we're going yet. Maybe your blocks. Oops. All right, so we're back on our backs. Let's do a little bit more core work here. So if you've got your block, let's bring it in. If you don't worry about it. You can do this on the back to the floor. So we're bringing the block up underneath you, nothing underneath your head or something very light. Just There's nothing pinching at your low neck. Press the floor away from you. Spread those fingers. We've got a lot of finger spreading going on today. Push the floor away from you and keep up the upper back just to leave it. Your next exhale, bring your right knee up to the sky. On your next exhale, that gets your belly strong. Bring the left knee up to the sky. So thighs are parallel to the floor versus this deeper deflection. Keep pressing the floor away from you. On your next, let's flex the feet. Next exhale, drop a heel to the floor. Inhale it back up. Exhale the next one to the floor. Inhale it back up. And see, when I drop my right leg, my left leg stays where it is. So watch for it wanting to come this way. It's not that it's bad. It's just a little more challenging if you try to keep it in line. Reaching the heels down doesn't feel right or feels too challenging today, switch it to toe pointing, which can still be challenging, especially if you go slow. Check your jaws, your shoulders. Two more on each side. Next time the knees come up, just relax the push to the floor, and if it feels okay, you can always keep this as your inversion. If you'd like to reach the legs up to the sky, you may. Just keeping out the upper back just a wee bit. You can do an energetic reach where the heels are leading away and the toes are coming towards you, and even spread those toes. If you want just a kind of a softer approach, it's more restorative-ish. Let the knees bend, let the hips bend, just let the feet dangle. Supported shoulder stand. In that spot of ease, there's always that little spot where you just don't have to do very much. I haven't found it yet, but today anyway. If you're still with me up here, we'll start to let the feet dangle. When you're ready, maybe flex those feet. Exhale, one foot back to the ground. Ready, exhale the next foot down. I'll take the block out from underneath if it's there. Bring those knees to your chest, open up wide. Full breath in and out. Find our egg beaters. So bringing the knees towards you, hips are going in their own circle. And inhale as the legs go away, and an exhale as they come back towards you. Next time the knees come back towards your chest, pause there, and then we'll head the opposite direction. Next time the knees come in, let's pause there, and then feet back to ground. Stick the soles of the feet together. Open up the knees out to the side. You can use your blocks to catch your legs. Or pillows work well. You'll know you want something under there if it's just so uncomfortable in your inner thighs or your low back or your knees. Let's maybe bring hands to belly, spread those fingers out and kind of intertwine them so they're kind of one offset from the other. Maybe your pinkies are down by your lower belly button, below your belly button, depends on your torso length. And that maybe your thumbs are like reaching up towards your lower ribs. Again, we all have different finger lengths and torso length. not reaching there, just don't worry about it. Breath in, let the belly expand under those hands. So everything, jaw, eyes, everything, shoulders fall back to the earth. 2 more breaths. Exit out of this when you're ready. You'll take the hands to the outsides of the thighs. Exhale, bring them up and draw them in towards your chest. Maybe a narrow hold this time if that's available to you as you hug in. Full breath in, exhale, let everything go. And send your left leg out straight on the floor. Keep your right knee bent in. And then start to take your right arm out into a half T shape. Your left hand comes to the outside of the right knee and starts to draw it over towards the left. Now with osteoporosis or osteopenia, you're just keeping up maybe a midline pull across. If that's not a concern of yours and you want to go all the way into a full body twist, you're welcome to. Here, if you'd like, you can stay longer. When you're ready, we'll exhale, come back up to center, hug in that knee one last time. Bring your left knee in. Take your right leg out along the floor. Left arm comes out into a half T, right hand comes to the outside of the left knee to draw it across the body, and you might stop halfway, or you can go into that full body twist. Use your blocks to catch you if you'd like. So your leg's not dangling uncomfortably. Each breath out, let that left shoulder drop. Maybe one more breath here. Center, exhale, bring that knee into the chest. Okay, so both legs out now, and you're going to reach your arms up back behind you, that's space. And then you're going to reach your right arm and left leg away from each other, so you get that side body stretch, and then reach your left arm, and left foot away from each other. Just maybe one more to each. All right, just been ironed out. If there's something else that your body would like to do, have a free playtime for just a minute or so. If there's anything else your body needs, windshield wipers, pigeon on back, happy babies, bows and arrows, babies, bows and arrows. Or maybe it's just Shavasana or relaxation for right now, your choice. Heading into Shavasana, I'm just going to give some options. You just roll blankets or pillows up on your bolsters just to give a little elevation of your legs. You could go without blocks and just have the blanket roll or pillows under your legs. You could go without anything and just have your legs straight. If you're around furniture, you can have your legs up on the furniture if that's allowed in your house. Something that feels the most nourishing. I, as always, am going to be seated, so I'm not disturbing you as I'm going to ring the bell. Finding yourself maybe in Heading yourself into Shavasana relaxation if you haven't gone there already. I'll take you through a brief guided relaxation and we'll rest for some quiet, and then you'll start to hear the bells chime. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't mean you hop right up. We'll slowly come out of it together. Eyes closed or open in a steady gaze, whatever helps you to tune in and tune out. Letting go of those thinking, worrying, planning muscles of the face, starting at the forehead. Space between the eyebrows grows broader and softer. Temples. Eyes heavy, head heavy, as your thoughts dissipate. Joint to the jaw, releasing space between the teeth. Shoulders just settling to the surface below you. Surrendering all of your body weight to the earth. As soon as you notice that you're following that next thought train, stop the thought immediately. And turn your attention back to the space where you feel your breath moving in and moving out. Remember to be and nothing to do. These next few moments are yours. becoming a bit more conscious, maybe even a bit deeper as you fill the belly, the ribs, the space around the heart, and a slow, steady exhale. How slow can you go? Mindful movements, if you haven't already. Maybe tensing up and curling your fingers and toes on an inhale, releasing on the exhale. Rolling wrists or ankles, rocking head. Maybe a cat stretch or a dog stretch before bringing your knees to your chest. Again, thanking yourself for taking time out of your day to take care of yourself. And I would say those around you. When we are more at peace, we spread that peace. Right, and actually, sorry if you haven't recalled your intention, recall that, and wherever you are in your transition, how are you going to show up today? Eventually we meet in sitting. All right, I just kind of randomly pulled a mudra out of my mudra book. So this one came up upon mudra, which is a downward flow of energy. So we did a lot of upward this morning, so we're going to come down. And it's, you can say it, but it's like the rock symbol, yeah? The rock and roll symbol, except it's a little more gentle. So I had to look this up this morning, like, wait a minute, isn't that the rock symbol? But it's a little more gentle. So index, you bring in your middle and your ring fingers and the tips of the thumb touch it, versus like the rock one where it's like pulling it in. So it's a little more gentle where the tips of the thumb is touching those fingers of each hand, and then the pinky and the index are resting out. And then the hands are just resting on your lap like so. All right, so less aggressive, okay? More downward flow. Allow the eyes to close or keep them open in a steady gaze, your choice. And notice how this mudra maybe does bring that airflow a little bit lower. Breathe in to a count of 4, breathe out to a count of 8 if you can. Breathing out. Next breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue, 3 more breaths. Or Namaste hands, or one hand over the other is Hidraya Mudra, so whatever feels most authentic. Bow into place within you where you recognize that gratitude to silently acknowledge at least one more thing in your life to be grateful for today. That list is long, but we'll come to an end. Send that gratitude outward beyond those walls you're in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Palms coming together, holding on to that gratitude real close, at least for the rest of the day. We'll ohm once to seal the deal. Maybe you're ohming with me. It doesn't matter. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Slow breath in to ohm. To the moon, to the sun, to the earth, and to all of you, thank you so much for being here and to continuing your practice. All right, I'll see you next time. Peace in.